Welcome back to Lariat TV News. This week, Baylor celebrated Lunar New Year on campus, and a small business is prepping for its biggest holiday of the year. I'm Irma Peña.
And I'm Claire Marie Scott. First, we bring you the story of a new club with a meaningful mission.
A new Saturday Run Club is bringing the Waco and Baylor community together by combining faith and fitness. LTVN's Abby Roper has more.
Run with Christ, a new run club here in Waco, is using running to bring the Waco community together for faith and fellowship. The nationally known club, Run with Christ, just kicked off its branch here in Waco. Every Saturday morning, participants gather for worship and a devotional before setting off on a 3-mile run or 1K walk. Bringing in people from the wider Waco community and Baylor students, the club is finding a new way to foster connection.
Run, walk, whatever, but we're really just here uniting under the name of Jesus. The running, walking is just an excuse for us to all come together and have a reason to come together. So technically, Run Club, but really just Jesus here.
Any and all paces are welcome, and the hope is to bring different people together in friendship and fellowship.
Really mix it up and talk to people that you might not normally have the opportunity to talk to, and then being in this common space, we can get in people who are older, get in people who are younger, and just interact with people who we don't normally get to talk to.
For participants like Eliana, the weekly run is a way to connect with others and grow in her faith in a unique way.
When you're a Christian, every reason should be for Christ. So something as simple as running, it's easy to do that with the Lord and with other people who also love the Lord and have that sense of community. So.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Abby Roper.
Baylor Eats celebrated the Lunar New Year Thursday with a campus-wide event at Penland Dining Hall. Students and faculty got a taste of dishes deeply rooted in Chinese culture while learning more about Lunar New Year traditions. The event featured crafts, cultural club tabling, and special dishes made by Chef Nikki Pena-Watina.
Because food really is all your senses. It's everything. You're looking at it, you're tasting it. So getting to share my culture through food is the ultimate. Honestly, it feeds my soul than anything else, but I know that it definitely feeds her soul. And look, they're back in line again. It is so cool.
The organizations and cultural displays gave attendees a closer look at the meaning and purpose behind Lunar New Year.
Baylor students are finding creative ways to get involved and give back. One campus organization turned slices into Support Thursday. When it comes to making a difference, students with Alpha Chi Omega are serving more than just food. All the proceeds of their Pizza Pies fundraiser went directly towards the Family Abuse Center, Alpha Chi's local philanthropy to support domestic violence awareness. Events like these show how Baylor students are turning community spirit into meaningful change by serving hands-on.
On a community level, we just hope to spread awareness about what healthy relationships and healthy love looks like, and to also spread awareness about domestic violence. And for us, that looks like hands-on service at the local Family Abuse Center. So we as Alpha Chi's are blessed enough that we can serve hands-on.
Valentine's Day is one of the busiest times of year for florists, and one campus shop is working overtime to make sure every bouquet is ready on time. Riley Painter has the story.
Standing outside of Baylor Flowers, where Valentine's means nonstop orders, early mornings, and plenty of bouquets waiting to be prepared.
It's kind of like our Super Bowl. Normal day, 25, 30 deliveries, and Valentine's 200 plus if we can accommodate it. But we don't like to burn out our employees, and so we do kind of keep it to what we can do physically.
As orders continue to pour in, florists work around the clock, cutting stems and wrapping arrangements. Every role plays a key part during the holiday rush.
Teamwork is definitely super important. If everyone's on the same page, it really helps a lot. And we have a great team, and we're really lucky that everyone works together really well.
Behind the scenes, every order is carefully organized and checked before heading out for delivery. With hundreds of arrangements to prepare, communication and coordination keeps the operation running smoothly.
It takes months of planning. We try to plan as early as the summer when it's slower, but then December, when we have our little Christmas break, that's when it really starts.
With Valentine's just around the corner, Baylor Flowers continues preparing for one of its biggest sales of the year, helping students share love one bouquet at a time. For Lariat TV News, I'm Riley Painter.
Dr. Nana Asayopari, an assistant professor of history at Rice University, gave a lecture Thursday evening on how Ghana became a key player in the Cold War. Dr. Opari explained how the Ghanaian government combated Eastern and Western anti-Black racism. The Black History Month event highlighted how African students and leaders historically challenged global empires and how students should keep fighting for what they believe to be right.
And so I think, at Baylor, you have power, you have agency. And so you come together and you protest for things you care about. Then you also force your government to do things you want it to do. That's what I want people to think about, yeah.
Up next, we highlight a student organization making a comeback on campus.
And tell you how Baylor students can stay active while in college. Keep it here.
I'll never get used to this. I'll never get used to this. This is how I wanna live. Forever we'll be singing like, oh, I'll never get used to this. I'll never get used to this. I'll never get used to this. This is how I wanna live. This is how I wanna. Forever we'll be singing like, oh, I'll never get used to this.
Campus life at Baylor can get busy, but students have more than one way to unwind outside of the classroom. LTVN's Savannah Ford has the story.
Baylor isn't just about hitting the books. Students can take fitness classes like yoga and cycling to stay active, de-stress, and take a break from campus life.
Fitwell offers classes like F45, Bear Cycle, and yoga. A semester-long Fit Pass gives students unlimited access for $50 and $60 for faculty and staff, making it easy to take part in classes throughout the week.
We all know college is tough, whether that's for students or for staff. It's just stressful. So stress relief is great. So if you're sweating, you're relieving some stress, you're getting endorphins. So there's that element, but then there's also, and more importantly, in my opinion, the communal element. So a lot of times they'll build community, they'll make friends with either the instructors or other people in the classes.
Each class runs for about 45 minutes, lowering the barrier for people who might be hesitant to try something new.
If you feel nervous about something, not only do you care about it, that's your internal applause, right? So like if you have a little bit of anxiety about it, I think it's an opportunity to say, I can try something new, but also realize that a group class is a great place to come try that out.
Some classes are led by certified student instructors, giving students the chance to not only learn fitness techniques, but also build leadership and teaching skills.
Our goal is to promote fitness, but more than that, I just like to provide a space where people can feel calm, comfortable in their own bodies, and where they can just develop their physical skills in an environment that's supportive and just full of caring people.
Fitwell classes continue to draw students, faculty, and staff looking to balance busy schedules and overall wellness throughout the semester. For Lariat TV News, I'm Savannah Ford.
A student organization focused on supporting mothers and premature babies is making its return to Baylor's campus. March of Dimes has officially relaunched, giving students new opportunities to serve families in the NICU.
March of Dimes is a student-led organization recently relaunched at Baylor University by Neetha Rajesh, Mira Akafahi, and Abir Qureshi, students at Baylor who are advocating for mothers and premature babies through education and hands-on services.
For our org, we partnered with Baylor Scott and White, the NICU, and we're kind of volunteering there. We also have educational initiatives too, so we educate people about the importance of prenatal care, because I think that's a really important thing for everyone. Like, it's a lifelong thing.
Partnering with Baylor Scott and White's NICU, the group kicked off the semester by creating Valentine's crafts for NICU patients, offering support and encouragement to families while raising awareness about prenatal care, nutrition, and pregnancy-related challenges. For Akafahi, restarting the organization has a personal connection to her. She says her family once experienced the support of March of Dimes firsthand.
Personally, I really wanted to bring it back up because of their main mission, which is basically giving back to the families that are in the NICU, so the neonatal intensive care unit. And that means a lot to me because me personally, whenever I was younger, my little brother was born at 24 weeks old, and I was 5 years old at the time, and March of Dimes was there for me like almost every other day, and we'd do really fun activities there, and it just made the entire vibe of being there like a lot more hopeful.
The goal of March of Dimes is to make hospital visits less stressful, creating a supportive and welcoming environment for children and families.
So we saw a specific need for neonatal care, and it's not typical volunteering in terms of providing like patient care, taking vitals. It's more so how can we provide a community for people and a space where younger kids don't feel like a hospital visit has to mean bad news each time.
This Saturday, March of Dimes will visit Baylor Scott & White's NICU to deliver handmade crafts to families. Leaders say anyone interested in joining is welcome, and they will have many opportunities to volunteer, collaborate, and serve the community. March of Dimes is bringing students together on campus to raise awareness and support for maternal and infant health, one step at a time, through Valentine's Day crafts delivered to the NICU. For Lariat TV News, I'm Maren Small.
The lights in the Foster Pavilion were not the only things shining this week, as the Baylor Spirit Squad presented its new uniforms. The Song Leaders debuted brand new uniforms during the Bears matchup against BYU Tuesday. The look features Baylor's signature green and gold with modern detailing and an added sparkle. Fans got their first look as the squad performed throughout the game, bringing high energy to the court. The green and gold colors with a touch of sparkle aim to show spirit and pride to support the teams and students throughout every game.
Students had an opportunity to discover different programs that may spike their interest Tuesday. LTVN's Owen Carson has more details.
As students gathered with their Dr. Pepper float, the Study Abroad Fair was hosted in the Barfield room of the Sub Tuesday afternoon to provide information regarding their programs.
So we offer over 70 programs through Baylor. We have programs at all times of the year, fall, spring, winter. We actually have 2 summer terms, summer 1 and summer 2.
The fair allowed students to connect face-to-face with representatives from the different study abroad programs at Baylor.
But it's nice to come here and just like be able to talk to the people who actually lead it instead of just like the online information and some of the questions about like, oh, how does paying for a semester work if you're at a different college, stuff like that. And so just getting to ask those questions and having very direct responses.
Events like these make students aware of the opportunities to explore new places through Baylor while still furthering their education and knowledge of new and different cultures.
Classes abroad, it varies from if you're doing an exchange or faculty-led. With faculty-led, you get this hands-on experience with Baylor faculty, but in an abroad setting, which really just adds this depth to the material.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Owen Carson.
From Moody Library to Waco Hospitals, Baylor hosted another blood drive this week to support its close-knit communities. Students were able to support and give back to not just McLennan County, but also neighboring communities from Monday to Thursday. These events allowed students an opportunity to serve on campus in an easy and accessible way. By only taking 30 minutes, these donations help children who are fighting cancer, organ transplant recipients, and many others.
This blood drive, we're working with the Red Cross at Baylor, and we're working with the Student Health Advisory Council. So those two student works, because it's, you know, when you're out here for days at a time, it's hard to find coverage, and so the more orgs involved, the more students we have that are involved with it.
When it comes to elections, it's important to focus on the policies and candidates that affect you the most. LTVN's Jacob Stowers discussed those policies with Texas Democrats.
With federal politics being in the limelight in the news media, it's important to take a step back and look at the local level. Today, we sat down with several Texas Democratic candidates in hopes of discovering what makes them tick and what policies are important to them.
So first of all, you have to realize that the state of Texas has carried over a surplus in the budget for the last several years. We do not have a funding issue, we have a priority issue. But I do believe that we have to explore additional revenue streams. I'm a big proponent of legalizing THC and marijuana. I'm a big proponent of legalizing gambling in the state of Texas. Those are literally billions of dollars that leave our state every single day and go across the state lines.
The state of Texas is growing its population and job market faster than most other states. However, some candidates are concerned about their constituents' rapidly increasing costs.
We need to reimagine what student funding and student loans look like. And for the current batch of people facing student loan debt, let's just stop with the compounding interest. Let's strip that away. And how much do you owe in actual funds? What is the principle? Okay, and then let's work on that.
During the panel, several candidates also spoke broadly about their hopes for the future and vision of what Democratic leaders should look like in office.
We just desperately need somebody as the governor of Texas, or the whole government of Texas in general, as people who care about people more than they care about money, more than they care about businesses. Things have to change. A lot of people can't really see how bad the state is, but this state is in really bad shape. And we need a governor who truly cares about people.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Jacob Stowers.
Coming up in sports, we recap number 19 men's tennis win versus number 8 Texas A&M.
And preview baseball's upcoming series. Stay with us.
Blessed are the catalysts, sparking invention from the unknown. Strong are the generous, taking up the call to serve the world. Needed are the peacemakers, seeking common ground for the common good. But don't worry, you can still be fierce on game days. The work you do is faith in action, fueled by the light burning inside you. The world needs who you were made to be. Dare to be you, indeed.
Baylor women's basketball lost 83-67 against TCU on Thursday. Talia Scott scored 22 points and reached her 1,000th career point, joined by Dariana Littlepage-Buggs and Jana Van Geitenbeek with 14 each. Despite TCU's hot start, Baylor responded with a 9-0 run. However, the Horned Frogs regained control and took the lead for the rest of the game.
I expect us to evaluate and push forward and fix what we felt like we didn't do good enough. I felt like we've done that. Every game that we've lost so far this season, I feel like we've gone back, we've got to practice, and we've gone back to work. I feel like people don't take losses lightly on this team, and I give that credit to us.
Baylor heads to Florida to take on UCF on Sunday. Number 19 men's tennis picked up their first top 10 win of the season on Monday. Charlie Cole was there to catch all the action.
Number 19 men's tennis picked up an upset win over number 9 Texas A&M Monday. Baylor went down 1-0 after doubles, but fought back hard to win 4-1 behind overwhelming support from the crowd at Hawkins.
You break someone, and the whole crowd is going nuts. It really gets in that other guy's head. It gets you pumped up. You get so excited, you know, and you just want to play more tennis. You're having fun. You're so excited to be out there with whatever, I don't know how many fans, 300 or so, 400. But it was just, unbelievable experience.
The Bears won the first set in all 6 singles matches and went on to win 4 straight matches to secure the victory. 41st ranked Connor Van Schalwick and Jean Borveldt won in straight sets for Baylor, and Luke Koenig and Alex Karitsa both won in hard-fought third sets.
When you take all 6 first sets off of the top 10 team in the country, I mean, that is an incredible effort. And so everybody showed up. Of course, being a great team that they are, the Aggies fought back. I think they split on, 4 courts, but we did a good job of not letting it get away from us.
With the win, the Bears moved to 5-2 on the season, including a perfect 5-0 at home, as they head into a very difficult stretch of the season.
It just gives them that confidence that, hey, when we get into these dogfights, and to be honest, we're going to play 3 of them this weekend. They're all going to be really close. We're going to go to Wake Forest, as number 1 team in the country, or was, and then we're going to go to Illinois, who's one of the best teams in the country. And so it's not going to stop anytime soon. So we need to know it's going to be a dogfight, but we can do it. And this type of win really gives those guys the confidence.
Baylor will return to Hawkins Indoor on Friday at 3:30 as it hosts the ITA National Indoor Championships over the weekend. For Lariat TV News, I'm Charlie Cole.
Over the weekend, men's tennis will compete in the ITA Indoor Tennis Championships at the Hawkins Indoor. Coming off their upset win over number 8 Texas A&M, the Bears are carrying momentum to Friday's matchup against fellow Big 12 opponent UCF. UCF is undefeated in this season after its win over the University of Miami that saw them sweep the Canes in their matchup. The winner of the meeting will go on to play the winner of number 1 Wake Forest and number 8 UC Santa Barbara on Saturday.
And it's just a constant effort, day in and day out, on the court. They're always there. They're always helping us. And for my freshman year, I didn't have the best freshman year with regards to how it was for us. But we took that information, and we built on that. And now, 3 years later, here we are getting ready for UCF. And we've had success against them last year, and we hope to continue that.
On Tuesday, men's basketball took on number 22 BYU in a 99-94 loss. I was there to cover Robert Wright III's return to Waco. On Tuesday, Baylor men's basketball fell to number 22 BYU 99-94. In Robert Wright III's return to Waco, he scored 30 points, going 12 for 21 from the field.
And I actually have to give the Baylor fans credit. They kept it classy. They're going to go at them, and it was in a way that was, I thought, good, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And I thought the way Rob responded by having a tremendous game and helping us pull it out at the end was, pretty cool.
Freshman guard Tunde Yesufu would score 37 points with 6 rebounds alongside Cameron Carr, who would drop 24 of his own with 8 boards.
I believe, they call my name for the starting lineup. I already feel it. There's some games you already feel it. Today is about to be a war. It's about to be a battle, and especially when I go against top players like that, I always want to hold myself accountable to match the matchup.
This loss marked the 6th ranked matchup loss of the season for Baylor. With 3 ranked games still on the schedule ahead and with Dan Skillings out, the rotation is down to 7 guys for the Bears.
Most coaches will tell you when you're tired, you're going to give it up somewhere. It might be shot selection, it might be defense. We gave it up in turnovers, a couple quick shots, and then defensively I thought we lapsed. And against good teams, you can't do that. I know coming off playing 3 guys 40 minutes, that's not what we want to do. That's not our game plan. But right now, we don't have options.
Men's basketball will be on the road in Fort Worth this weekend to take on number 24 Louisville for the Bears' 3rd straight ranked game. Tip-off is set for 3 p.m. on ESPN. For Lariat TV News, I'm Aiden Richmond. Men's basketball is gearing up for a neutral site non-conference game against number 24 Louisville this Saturday. Both teams will travel to Dickies Arena in Fort Worth for just the 2nd all-time meeting between the 2 programs. Baylor is coming off of its 2nd straight conference loss versus number 22 BYU Tuesday. Headlined by turnover issues and defensive breakdowns, the Bears sit at a 13-11 overall record, including a 3-9 Big 12 record, placing them 14th in the conference. Louisville comes in on a 4-game win streak after putting up a whopping 118 points against North Carolina State on Tuesday. Louisville's Michael Brown Jr. and Baylor's Tunde Yesufu are both coming off career high performances, as the Bears will look to put a stop to their turnover issues and hold the Cardinals' offense.
A lot of those turnovers, we self-inflicted wounds, and you can't win until you take losing out of it. And to lose 18 points on turnovers, you're not going to beat a good team and a well-coached team.
Tip-off will be at 3 p.m. Saturday in Fort Worth, and the game will be available on ESPN. On Friday, baseball will start their opening weekend against New Mexico State at home. The Bears are coming off of a 2025 season that saw them go 33-22 through the season, but went 13-17 in conference play. The Bears ended the season with a first-round 3-4 loss to Oklahoma State in the Big 12 Phillips 66 championship. It's been 7 years since the Bears went to an NCAA regional game, 8 since they were Big 12 champions, and 11 since their last appearance in the College World Series.
Just seeing all the stuff that we've done in inter-squad so far, it's going to be an exciting brand of baseball, and I really think that people are going to grow to love that. People love to see stuff happening on the baseball field, us creating big plays. And so hopefully that gets fans to the ballpark. We got one of the best ballparks in the Big 12, best ballparks in the country. So, there's nowhere better to watch a baseball game.
That wraps it up for sports this week. Be sure to stay up to date on all things Baylor athletics by following the Lariat on social media. Back to you, ladies.
Thanks, Aiden. That wraps up our newscast this week. Be sure to keep up with the Baylor Lariat for our all-university sync rankings next week.
And stick with us for the latest on campus and around Waco. Until we see you again, happy Valentine's Day, and as always, sick 'em Bears.